Hey, what's going on guys? It's Blocky here, and today we are going to be going over the summer 2023 season and what anime I will be checking out. Now, I'm going to be going over every single anime, however, some I may skip, like any kind of sequels like Jujutsu Kaisen or Bleach or Mushoku Tensei or anything like that that is coming out but is a season that is pretty obviously that I'm going to watch. Now, there might be some that I talk about because it's something I haven't seen or whatever, and I kind of want to give my thoughts on it, but for the most part, it's just going to be me skipping any kind of sequels or anything like that, but I will be going ahead and talking about most everything else. Anyways, though, let's jump right into it and start talking about the first series. Now, the first series is called I No Idenshi. Humanity's dream, crystal humanoid technology. They all have illnesses, just like humans, but the treatment option are quite different, and troubled AIs band together, and the new doctor at the facility, Pseudo, bears witness. It's by Madhouse, which is really good. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, honestly, it sounds pretty good. It's like an AI kind of, series, it seems like. Kind of like an AI-focused psychological kind of series about like a doctor helping treat like robots and all that kind of stuff. That sounds pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna check that one out just strictly probably from the Madhouse name alone, just because Madhouse is, yeah, pretty big name, and they haven't really made an anime in a while, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking that one out. So we have the anime Ayaka. The story follows Yukito Yanagi, an orphan who one day encounters an eccentric disciple of his father's. The strange man takes him on his birthplace in Ayakajima, made up of 7 islands and the mysterious beings called the Mitama and dragons that are rumored to reside there. Well, that sounds kind of good, actually. Hold on. So it's like I don't know if this is like an isekai or like a fantasy, but it's got like dragons and other stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure. It says it's an original anime. I may check this one out. I may not. I'm not quite sure because I don't know if it's like one of those like gonna be like isekai trash or if it's gonna be like a fantasy. It could also be fantasy trash, which there's been plenty of those recently. So yeah, there's really any number of things it could be. So I'm not quite sure what it is. I may check out like the first episode of it and kind of see. But yeah, it sounds okay. Not terrible, not great, but yeah, it sounds fine. And then we got Bang Dream. Yeah, well, I'm skipping that one, so we don't even need to talk about it. I'm not even gonna watch Bang Dream. Bleach, obviously I'm watching that. We don't need to talk about that one either. Okay, so the next one, Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5. I haven't seen the first 4 seasons, so watching Season 5 is out of the question for me. But I will eventually get to Bungo Stray Dogs. It's on the list. It is definitely on the list. Anyways, let's move on. Card Fight Vanguard, another one that I'm not going to watch. Okay, Dark Gathering. After a restless, devastating encounter with a spirit, ghost-fearing psychic Keitaro Kintoga becomes a shut-in to avoid additional spectral catastrophes, but no man is a haunted island, and Keitaro eventually reintegrates into society by getting a part-time job as a tutor of a child prodigy, Yuyoi Hosuki. Yuyoi is just a shut-in academic genius, though. She's a talented psychic medium, hell-bent on finding the malevolent spirit behind her mother's disappearance, and she's gravely determined to drag Keitaro into her terrifying world of grotesque supernatural phenomenon. Yeah, I'm checking this one out, but that's only because I actually know this one. I've seen the manga ages ago, and I got really excited for it ages ago, and then I heard anime adaptation, so of course, I waited, as you do, and so I'm going to be watching the anime for this one, see if it's any good. It sounds pretty good. It's got a nice, like, supernatural horror kind of aspect to it, but it also kind of seems like it could be, based off the art style, it kind of seems like it could also be, like, a good comedy, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Like a comedy kind of, almost slice of life-ish, but not quite slice of life because it does have an actual story with plot. But like there may be like an episode or two or like a couple scenes where you kind of see like a good dynamic between the main characters. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah. But yeah, it looks good, and I'm definitely gonna be checking that one out. And next one we have Dekiru Neko no Kyo mo Yutsu, When Saku took in a stray black cat, she never expected that he would become an equivalent of a housekeeping life partner, and Yukichi, a giant cat who towers over Saku, is not your ordinary feline. He takes great pride in his culinary skills, and on a good sale at the supermarket, always gets his whiskers twitching. Saku may not have her act together yet, but at least has Yukichi. So this is like a comedy. It sounds okay, it could be decent, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna check this one out. I may give it like an episode. Sometimes you have to know when to just leave the comedies alone. I may save this one for later just because I need to save more slice of life anime for those times when I just need to binge something that's like wholesome and funny. So yeah, I may save this one for later and leave it on the side, but I'm probably not gonna watch this one weekly. Eiyu Kyoshitsu. The story is set in Rosewood Academy, a school that trains future heroes destined to protect mankind. The school accepts only those with most potential. Arnis Flaming, a girl who boasts the top record at the academy, is assigned to, quote, guide a mysterious but cheerful new student named Blade, who rivals her own power. Yeah, this one just is like the typical power fantasy trash. I'm probably gonna check out the first episode, see if I like it. I may or may not continue it, but yeah, I most likely will because I watch every anime, and since there's not actually this much this season, I may actually be able to not lose my damn mind like I did this season. Anyways, so we have Genjitsu no Yohome Sunshine in the Mirror. Sunshine in the Mirror. That sounds like a really funny, wholesome slice of life fantasy series, which I'm all for. And it looks like, okay, let's read the synopsis before I do any judging. The story reimagines Yoshiko Tsushima, the school idol afflicted with Chunibyo, as a magical girl. The story is set in Numazu, a scenic harbor town surrounded by the sea and mountains. Ever since she was little, the girl Yohane has never fit in and has always felt apart from everyone in town. Her aspirations for true place in this world are elsewhere. The story follows a girl who can't follow rules and the journeys into a mysterious world. Yeah, this basically sounds exactly what I said. A wholesome, funny slice of life, girls doing cute things kind of series. It's just set in a fantasy world, which those are usually always right up my alley, so I'm probably going to be checking this one out and seeing if it's any good. We got Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2, Part 2. Obviously going to be watching that. The first part was okay, but yeah, I'll also be checking it out to see if it gets any better. And we got Helk here. I can already tell you I'm watching this one because I had the manga on pre-order for the first volume when it was coming out, and I was like, I had to take it off pre-order because I saw I was getting anime, and I wanted to watch the anime first before I read the manga. But yeah, definitely checking this one out. Anyways, let's read the synopsis so everybody can understand what the series is. A certain country in the demon world. The Demon King was devastated by the hands of one of the heroes, and a competition was held for the title of the new Demon King. The Imperial Four Heavenly Kings, Vermillo, who is in charge of the tournament, is furious as the participation of the human hero Helk, who is supposed to be the enemy after receiving news of the fall of the castle of Urim before the final. Vermillo sets out to retake Urim Castle, and Helk and the other finalists, with a smile, Helk says, "Let's destroy the humans." Are those words true? The story behind the smile is. Yeah, it just sounds like a really good series, and I loved the art style for the manga, so that's an automatic checkout from me. Yeah, super good. Sounds like a really great fantasy series. So now we have this one, Higeki no Genkyo Tonaru Saiko Geto Last Boss Jodo no Tami. Why do you have to do long ass names? Fuck you, light novels. I hate you. I hate you so much. But I can already tell, just by the picture alone, right up my alley. It's got that same vibe that all the other types of series have. I love the fantasy with like female protagonists. Automatic watch for me, but I'm gonna read the synopsis. Pride Royal Ivy is only 8 years old when she realizes she has been reincarnated, destined to become the future Wicked Queen and final boss of an Otome game. She's got to get it together in life. Razor-sharp wit, boss-tier powers, and influence over the kingdom as crown princess, determined to sow despair and destruction across the land. Wait, what kind of rotten future is that? Princess Pride decides to drop all the maniacal villainous plan and project the male love interest instead, cheating her way to saving everyone she can. Will the final boss end up earning the adoration of her kingdom? Yeah, that's literally right up my alley. I'm absolutely 100% watching that, and I'm going to watch every episode, and I'm going to love it. It's going to be like an 8 or 9 out of 10 for me, so I'm definitely watching that. We got the Horimiya thing. I may or may not watch this. Horimiya anime was okay. I liked it. Haven't read the manga, and this is kind of covering up the rest of the stuff the anime didn't adapt. Yeah, I may or may not watch it. I don't know. I'm not gonna read the title. This one's just the vending machine isekai. After dying in a traffic accident, I find myself standing near an unfamiliar lake. My body won't move, I can't hear my voice, and when I try to shout in confusion, words I never expected come out. Get one free for with a winner. It seems like I've turned into a vending machine. I can't only be an actual vending machine, can I? It's impossible to move by myself, and there's no way for me to be in any meaningful conversation. How am I going to survive some fantasy world dungeon like this? Yeah, this anime sounds stupid. I knew the light novel from like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't remember how long ago I heard about it, but I heard about that light novel ages ago. Never thought it would get an anime. Here's the day in 2023 it's getting an anime, and I'm absolutely checking this one out because it's absurd and stupid, and it's right up my alley. So absolutely must watch. That's anime of the year right there. No Vinland Sagas, no Oshinokos. Vending Machine Isekai is anime of the year. So we have Jitsu wa ore saikyo deshita. Just probably another dumb isekai power fantasy, but let's check it out. After being a shut-in, Haruto is reincarnated as a baby, and amazingly, that baby is a prince. However, he's abandoned in a forest on the day he's born because of his low magic level. What will the fate of Haruto, who is inadvertently given 1,000 times the normal amount of magic by the goddess of reincarnation without anyone noticing? Yeah, basically what I just said. Basically, your typical power fantasy. Again, I'm probably going to give it like 1 or 2 episodes, see if it's good. If it is, I'll watch it. It probably won't be, but we'll see. And then we have Jujutsu Kaisen and Rent-A-Girlfriend. Rent-A-Girlfriend I may or may not watch. I am kind of getting tired of it. Season 1 was good. Season 2 was okay. And yeah, okay was... It's a strong statement. I wouldn't really call it okay, but I'm trying to be nice here. But yeah, anyways, I may or may not check that one out. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to. Anyways, though, another power fantasy here. Level 1 Dekido Unique Skill Des Saikyo Des. Saito Ryota, a salaryman working for an exploitative company, suddenly finds himself inside an unfamiliar dungeon in a strange world where monsters drop all sorts of items as loot. With the help of a girl he happens to run into named Emily, he is able to check his own stats, and finds that all of them, both physical and magical, are at rank F. What's more, his level is stuck at level 1. Ryota is on the verge of utter despair, but then he learns that he also has a drop skill, all S, the most powerful unique skill there is. Can Ryota manage to survive this bizarre world, and become the strongest of the weakest adventurers of all out there? Yeah, basically, again, another like power fantasy. But this one kind of has an interesting twist because he's actually weak in all other stats besides like one little thing. So again, I'll check it out. Probably not going to be good, but we'll see. Liar Liar. A mind game of lies and deceit begins. At Academy Island, students battle in games to win stars, hoping to earn the prestigious title 7 stars. Sarasa, last year's champion, is on a track to win again until Hiruto, a new transfer student, hits the scene. Surprisingly, Hiruto defeats her by sheer luck. Now he must use bluffs and trickery to stay on top. I'm not looking forward to the ecchi part of this because it says ecchi. I know you can't see that, sorry. Yeah, it says ecchi there. So besides that, I'm like, it sounds okay, but I'm not an ecchi fan. I may or may not check that one out. Ecchi kind of scares me a little bit there. I don't know what it means by ecchi because there's different levels of ecchi. There's like high school DD ecchi, and then there's like freaking like Rent-A-Girlfriend ecchi, which is like not really ecchi. Or like the Cafe made one this season. That's technically also an ecchi, but it's not really an ecchi. Let's be real here. It's like there's 2 levels of it, so it's like which one is it gonna be? It's probably gonna be the latter. After this embarrassing defeat, level 1 Mal to 1 room Yusha. After his embarrassing defeat at the hands of a brave hero, the Demon Lord is back and ready for revenge. But after 10 years apart, the hero Max isn't the dashing Gduger the Demon Lord remembers. In fact, Max has turned into a shut-in Slav with no interest in an epic rematch. Can the Demon Lord whip his former nemesis back into shape, or will he be defeated by the hero turned couch potato once again and join him in his lazy life? So it's basically like Devil's a Part-Timer, but worse. That's kind of what I got from this vibe. Am I gonna check it out? Probably. Where am I gonna find it? No idea. But I'm checking it out. Masamune-kun's Revenge, though, that's a must watch for me. I've been waiting forever for a season 2, and you know I'm watching that crap. I may even need to rewatch season 1 because it's been quite a few years for me, but yeah, Masamune-kun's Revenge is an absolute must watch for me. That's all I gotta say about that. Then we have Monogatari here. I never watched the first season, so I don't really know much about it, so we're gonna skip that. Mushoku Tensei is a must watch, obviously. Then we got Nanatsu no Maken ga Shihai Suru. It's springtime at Kimberly Magic Academy, and new students are beginning the first year. Among them are skilled and studious boy, Oliver, and a headstrong samurai girl, Nanao. They soon form a unique bond in the halls of Kimberly, but at the picturesque school, isn't it what it seems? Dark secrets and endless dangers lurk behind every corner. Can these wizards make it to graduation alive? That sounds interesting, but just by the art style alone, I can tell it's going to be one of those series that, like, looks interesting, but isn't actually all that good. I'm going to check it out because it does sound good, and it could surprise me. You never know with these types of things, but yeah, I'm probably just not going to really worry about it too much. So we got Okashi no Tensei. A boy named Pastry is set to become the next lord of the destitute dominion in Mortagne. He's known for having his remarkable talent for his age, and also happens to be a genius pastry chef, also with a promising future in his previous life. He still retains his determination to make sweets that will make everyone smile, even after reincarnating as Pastry. But many challenges stand before him, including the bandits attacking his domain, malicious and eccentric nobles, an unfortunate financial situation, and land so barren that water is scarce. The only weapons he has to fight them are his own ingenuity and love for making sweets. Can Pastry succeed in bringing happiness to the land? So it's basically, again, another kind of like slice of life fantasies, which I'm actually more interested in. I like the slice of life isekais more than the action ones nowadays, because the action ones, you've seen one, you've seen them all. They're all garbage, besides like a few. Whereas like these, they're a breath of fresh air. And I also like slice of life a lot, so I'm probably going to check that one out, give it a couple episodes, see if it's good, and may or may not watch. Rurouni Kenshin, may or may not watch, don't know. We do have Italia Ryza. I never played the game for Italia Ryza, but I did always thought it looked interesting, so I may have to check it out. Now we have Seija Muso, Salaryman Isekai de Ika no Kuro, Tame ni Ayumu Michi. So another freaking isekai anime. My god, can there be any more isekai anime this season? You know what, I'm not even gonna read the synopsis, guys. I'm giving it like 1 or 2 episodes. If it's not good, I'm dropping it. That's how it's gonna be. Shadowverse. Haven't seen any Shadowverses before, so I'm not watching. Now we have the Duke of Death and His Maid. I'm definitely watching this one. I thought the first season was wholesome and cute and fun, so I'm definitely watching this season. I definitely want to see where the story goes forward, so absolutely must watch for me. Shiro Seijo Tokuro Bokushi. Saint Cecilia is beloved by the townspeople. Not only is she eloquent and composed, she benevolently shares her wisdom with all who seek it. That is, until the last person has left, at which point she becomes totally hopeless. Only Pastor Lawrence is keeping a saint put together, enough to do her duties, and though she may test him, it's all in a day's work. So, another comedy slice of life series, and it's kind of got a unique premise being about like priests and saints and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of sounds interesting to me, so I think I'm going to go ahead and watch that one. Spy Classroom, 2nd season. Watching. I enjoyed the first season. It wasn't the best anime ever, but I did enjoy the first season. I thought it was good, so I'm going to be watching the 2nd season. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. If you've been on the channel long enough, you know I made a video how I was disappointed with the first season. I am going to be checking out the 2nd season, because I do think it still has potential, and I didn't hate everything about it. I think it can still improve from here, and with a 2nd season, I hope it gets there. I still love the visuals, I love the world, so I hope that it improves, and I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Anyways, absolute must-watch for me right here. I think it's called in English, my classmate forgot her glasses, or my crush forgot her glasses, or something like that. It's something similar to that. The girl I love forgot her glasses, or something like that. It's something like that. I'm not going to read the Japanese title. With a new school year comes a new homeroom, new classmates, and a new desk for a timid Komura, but any trepidation he might have felt quickly dissipates when he catches the eye of Mie, his new seat neighbor. Apt to quietly blurt out the most random things, the quirky Mie wears thick glasses that accentuate her lovely eyes, making Komura's heart skip a beat. Unfortunately, Mie is pathologically forgetful and can never seem to remember to bring her glasses to class. It's not all bad, though. Her resulting squinty, mean girl face sends Komura's heart into overdrive too. While Komura is keen to help out and share his textbooks with Mie, will his heart give out with the almost daily strain of being up close and personal with his crush? Yes, I love rom-coms. This sounds wholesome and fun. Absolutely watching, so yeah. And then we have Sensuality Noir, based off of a video game apparently. The year is 2222. It has been years since Tears of the Moon, a mysterious rain poured and wiped out almost all the entire human race. The poisonous rain gives birth to deformed creatures, devouring humans and humanity. Fled from the danger. As means of survival, the humans then build an underground haven, Amasia. In this newly built dystopian city, in pursuit of maintaining their existence, they run into an artificial intelligence named Magus. Not knowing how things will work between them, the story of how humans and AI coinciding and trying to find their truths begin. See, it sounds good on the surface, right? It sounds good on the surface. They got you. But you gotta remember, it's a video game adaptation. And video game adaptations are usually bad. And no matter what form they are, whether they take anime, whether they take movie, live action television show, they're usually not good. I will probably give this one an episode or two and see where it goes. Yeah. Let's move on to Temple. This is one I've heard about the manga for. I do believe it's by the same person who made Grand Blue. I think it's by the same author as Grand Blue. I know, I'll become a monk. Akagami Akamitsu has spent his days and nights absorbed in studying at part-time work in an effort to distance himself from his family, which is notorious as a household of philanderers. One day, he falls in love at first sight with a girl named Aoba Yuzuki, and suddenly, he's constantly drowning in worldly desires, hoping to fight back against his genes and live a more stoic life. He enters a temple, only to find out that it's a convent filled with gorgeous girls. So begins a new rom-com about the temple life of 3 adorable triplets and 2 beautiful freeloaders. Again, I'm not a huge ecchi fan. I may check this one out, I may not. I'm not a huge ecchi fan, so I'm probably not going to watch this one. For you ecchi fans out there, you can watch it, but for me, I may give it an episode and see how bad the ecchi is. But yeah, I'm probably not going to watch that one. This one has gotten a lot of controversy on Twitter after it got announced on Twitter, the trailer. And considering it's based off of Dojin, it's right up my alley. Let's go ahead and read it. Shinozaki is an office worker who is taken care of and coddled by a senior team member, Shiori Katase, who is gorgeous, profoundly kind, loving, and diminutive woman. Shinozaki certainly hopes that she's not doing it out of duty, but her joy of doing it so increasingly exposes her feelings. Yeah, basically it's just like a good wholesome rom-com. It got a lot of controversy though. I don't remember why. Or maybe it wasn't this one that got controversy. I'm pretty sure it was this one that got controversy. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna give this one a few episodes. I'm trying to cut back on the rom-coms. This one sounds cute though, so I will definitely give it at least a few episodes. Now we have Undead Girl Murder Farce. That is a title. The 19th century, a world inhabited by vampires, golems, werewolves, and other paranormal creatures. Immortal beauty and disembodied head Aya Rindo, along with her half-human, half-demon killer Tsurugu Shunichi and her loyal maid Shizuku Hase travels through Europe and supernatural detective, the cage user, solving supernatural mysteries while she searches for her lost body. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm definitely gonna check that one out because it does sound pretty good. I've never heard of the studio Lap and Track though. I don't know who they are, but yeah, it sounds really good. I'm definitely gonna give that one a go. Now we have another one that is right up my alley that I already know is a must-watch. The moment I saw this on the list, I was like, I'm already watching this, but let's give it a read. Born to a noble family, Mio is married off to Kyoka, a soldier so heartless his prior fiancés fled. With nowhere to go, Mio slowly starts to open her heart to her cold husband-to-be. Could this be love? Yeah, right up my alley. I love the aesthetic too. It's like, it looks like pre-World War II-ish era, which is like great. I don't know if that's actually the time period or if she's just wearing a yukata, but I feel like it is. And considering it's talking about like noble families and all that kind of stuff, which isn't really prominent in modern society, I feel like that's kind of the era it is. So yeah, anyways, right up my alley. Absolutely 150 million% watching that one. I'm watching every single episode and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. Anyways, we got another rom-com. Yumamiro Danshi wa Genjitsu Shugishiga. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. I'm Japanese. Nihongo desu. Saijo Wataru, who is deeply in love with his beautiful classmate Natsukawa Aika, is continuing to approach her without getting discouraged while having dreams about their mutual love. However, one day he woke up thinking, I'm not really fit to be together with someone as good as her. Upon realizing this, Wataru started keeping an appropriate distance towards her, much to Aika's surprise. Could it be that he hates me now? Did his intention slip by her because she was getting impatient after arriving at the wrong conclusion? This is the start of a rom-com revolving around two people who just can't get their feelings across and both think their love is unrequited. This one sounds painful. That's all I'm gonna say. This one sounds painful. If you're one of those people who doesn't like when the series ends halfway through, or like when an anime ends when they only just start dating or start holding hands or whatever, I feel you. I'm that type of person too. And the fact that this is one of those series and that's the whole premise, ooh, I don't know about this one, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to give it a go. See how it is in the first few episodes. See how painful the watch is. And we'll go from there. And then, last but not least, Zom 100. I'm watching this. Absolutely. Of course I am. Everybody's gonna be watching this one. This is like the anime to watch for the season that isn't like a sequel, like a Bleach or Mushoku Tensei. This is like the anime of the season. Anyways, let's read it. Surviving a zombie apocalypse beats being a wage slave any day. After spending years slaving away at a soul-crushing company, Akira's life has lost its luster. He lives in a trash-filled apartment, his pay is abysmal, and he can't even muster up the nerve to confess his love to his beautiful coworker. But when a zombie apocalypse ravages his town, it gives him the push he needs to live for himself. Now Akira's on a mission to complete all 100 items on his bucket list before he, well, kicks the bucket. Of course, everybody knows Zom 100 at this point. Everybody knows it's a must-watch series. I am also going to be watching it, as I already mentioned. Absolutely banger. Yeah. So, what will you guys be watching in the anime season? You can tell me down in the comments. I, of course, am going to be checking out everything at least a little bit, because I always do, because I am addicted to anime. But yeah, leave what you guys think about every anime in the description. And I'll be back next week with more videos. Hope you guys enjoy, and see ya.